Sometimes life tests the kindest souls in the hardest ways. It gives them pain not because they deserve it, but because it wants to show the world what true goodness looks like. Malik was one of those people. A poor mechanic with worn-out shoes, calloused hands, and a smile that refused to fade. He worked long hours in a small garage at the edge of town, earning barely enough to feed his family. Yet somehow, he always found a reason to be grateful. One morning, as rain poured down and thunder rolled across the gray sky, an old lady pulled into the garage. Her car sputtered to a stop, steam rising from the hood. She looked frightened, holding an old purse close to her chest. "Son," she said softly, "I'm on my way to see my grandson in the hospital. Please, can you help me?" Malik looked at her trembling hands and said, "Don't worry, ma'am. Sit inside, I'll fix it." He worked quickly, ignoring the rain soaking through his shirt. In less than an hour, the car was running again. The old lady opened her purse and said, "I don't have much, but I'll pay you next week." Malik smiled and replied, "No need, ma'am. Some things are worth more than money." But little did he know, that one act of kindness would change his life forever. Malik's boss, Mr. Farouk, stood in the office doorway, watching everything. His face was stern, his arms crossed. The moment the old lady drove away, he stormed toward Malik. "What do you think you're doing?" he shouted. Malik looked up, confused. "Sir, she didn't have money. She said her grandson's in the hospital. Do you think this is a charity?" Mr. Farouk barked. "You fix cars for free, you pay for it yourself. You're fired." The words hit Malik like a hammer. He froze for a second, then slowly removed his gloves. The garage felt colder, emptier. The other workers went silent. Malik didn't argue, he just nodded, whispered, "I understand, sir," and walked out into the rain. He walked all the way home, his clothes soaked, his shoes muddy. At home, his wife, Aisha, saw him at the door and knew something was wrong. "They let you go again?" she asked quietly. He nodded, she sighed but smiled softly. "It's okay. You did the right thing. Allah sees everything." That night, they ate a simple meal, bread, tea, and a few olives. Their daughter, Alina, sat beside him, drawing on a piece of paper. She handed it to Malik. It was a picture of him fixing a car, with the words, "My hero," written in big, uneven letters. Tears welled in his eyes. He gently hugged her, whispering, "Maybe one day you'll understand, my love, kindness is never wasted." Days passed. Malik searched for jobs everywhere, but no one wanted to hire another mechanic. The bills started piling up. Still, every night before sleeping, he prayed for patience, not for wealth. Then one morning, there was a knock at the door. Outside stood a tall man in a neat suit, holding an umbrella. "Are you Malik?" he asked. "Yes," Malik replied carefully. The man smiled. "I've been looking for you." He handed Malik a business card, Saeed Motors, head of operations. Malik was confused. "Sir, I think you have the wrong person." The man chuckled. "No, I don't. My mother told me about you." Malik's eyes widened. "Your mother?" The man nodded. "She said a kind mechanic helped her fix her car when she was on her way to the hospital. That mechanic was you." For a moment, Malik couldn't speak. His heart pounded as the man continued, "She told me how you refused to take money and worked in the rain just so she could see her sick grandson, my son. That boy is healthy today. And my mother says you're the reason she made it in time." The man looked around Malik's small home, the cracked walls, the flickering light bulb. Then he said softly, "People like you are rare, Mr. Malik. I want you to work for me. You'll manage one of my service centers, full salary, benefits, everything. You've earned it." Malik was speechless. His eyes filled with tears. Aisha, standing behind him, quietly whispered, "Subhanallah." The next day, Malik stood in front of his new workplace, a modern garage with bright lights and clean floors. The workers greeted him respectfully. He had his own office, his own tools, and a steady income, but even with success, Malik never changed. He still fixed the cars of poor travelers for free. He still smiled the same humble smile. And every Friday, he visited that old lady with flowers, the woman whose broken car had fixed his destiny. Months later, fate gave him one more twist. One evening, Mr. Farouk, his old boss, walked into the same new service center. His car had broken down nearby. When he saw Malik in the manager's chair, he froze. "Malik," he said, half in disbelief, half in shame. Malik stood up, walked toward him, and smiled. "Hello, sir. How can I help you?" Mr. Farouk looked down. "I didn't know. I mean, I shouldn't have fired you. I was wrong." Malik nodded gently. "We all make mistakes, sir. It's the heart that matters." He waved to his team. "Fix his car. Don't charge him anything." Mr. Farouk looked up, stunned. "You'd still help me? After what I did?" Malik smiled. "Because that's what you taught me, to fix what's broken." The older man's eyes watered. For the first time, he saw the kind of wealth no money could buy: dignity, forgiveness, and peace. When Malik walked out of the workshop that night, he looked up at the stars. He remembered his small house, his wife's quiet strength, his daughter's, my hero, drawing, and that rainy day when he chose kindness over comfort. He finally understood. Sometimes, doing the right thing costs you everything for a while, but gives you back far more than you ever imagined. Karma doesn't always arrive with noise. Sometimes, it comes softly, disguised as a job offer, a thank you, or a chance to forgive. Malik smiled, whispering to himself, kindness may take the long road, but it always finds its way home. Red Heart.